Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my February favorites. It's the shortest month of the year and yet I have so many products to talk about. Very different from January where I feel like it was sort of the same old same things that I've been talking about, but of course it always depends on what product launches there are that month. I have a lot of Chanel, so let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to start with the foundation. So I have been using the Ultra Le Tint foundation almost exclusively this month. I always sort of go between several and I have a nice rotation down, but this is something that I didn't mention in my January favorites and I really wanted to because it is my current favorite Chanel foundation. I'm between this one and the Sublimage, but in terms of being something that I think is very universal, it's great for special events, great for photographs, it's great for a majority of people. I think this is just such a beautiful formula. I love the way it wears throughout the day. It doesn't break up or change in any way. It's far superior to the original Ultra Tint to New. I don't even remember the name anymore. It's history in my opinion. This new Ultra Le Tint is far better. So if you're somebody who's in the market for a long wear foundation that looks great throughout the day, I mean this just suits so many purposes and I've been grabbing this so much this month. So I didn't shout it out in January when it launched. So it definitely needs a special shout out for February favorites because it truly is one of the most beautiful foundations that I own. Now on the flip side of that coin, another product from Chanel that I had sort of put down and wasn't really thinking about, but recently picked up again, and it's sort of filthy, so you'll have to pardon me. It is the Le Beige. This is the tinted moisturizer, so this isn't new. This came out at some point last year, and I liked it. It's a very great lightweight formula, but then I'd never really used it all that often. I sort of kind of put it in the rotation, but it's not something that has been a go-to product for me ever since I got it. But recently, I've been using it a lot on those days where I just want very light, minimal makeup. Maybe I'm just running some errands on a day off and I just need a little bit of coverage. This has been my go-to and I really love the coverage that it does give. And so on days that I want a little bit more coverage or perhaps I have an event going on or something where I'm going to be taking pictures, I want to look more refined, I'll use my Ultra Le Tint. And then on days that I'm just running out the door, I switch over to my Le Beige Tinted Moisturizer. These two have been my go-to products lately for the face. Next, I have several lip products to talk about. I did an unboxing video of the Rouge Allure number 8. This is a limited edition lipstick that just recently launched by Chanel. So I believe it's only available on Chanel.com. We haven't received it at our counter. I'm not sure if it will be making its way out to stores, but this is a beautiful red. It says it has a hint of sparkle. We determined in the video it's very subtle, but that's okay. I still really love the color, and of course it comes in the beautiful red lacquered packaging, so this is really a great keepsake item. You guys did an amazing job helping me figure out the significance of number 8. The shade in itself is very beautiful, so I'm very happy with that. Along with the Pierre de Lumiere collection, I picked up this Le Rouge Crayon de Couleur number 27 Bois Rose. I'm actually wearing it today over this liquid lipstick, which is another lipstick item that I wanted to mention. This is a beautiful, hydrating, super pigmented pinky nude. Really not much to say there. It's just the perfect everyday lipstick. This is something that I unboxed with part of my Kinder Beauty box. And when I first applied this lipstick, the smell is beautiful, the color is beautiful. I applied so much of this product. I was putting it on almost like lip gloss. You could tell I'm definitely not used to using a liquid lipstick like this because I was just slathering it on, complaining that it was too dry. And here I was absolutely completely doing it wrong. So I have worn this a lot ever since I did my unboxing, which was only a couple days ago. So this is a very new favorite to be included in the month of February, but it is such a pretty color. I have it as my base. you only need a small amount. So whenever I apply just a very thin layer of this lipstick and then I throw a gloss on top, it's beautiful. It feels really nice. It doesn't get too thick. I don't have that inner rim like ring that sometimes if you apply too much liquid lipstick that occurs. So this has been one of my favorites for February because the color is so beautiful. I plan on using this in several tutorials coming up, kind of pairing it with a really dramatic smoky eye to showcase this really nude light pale lipstick because it is very beautiful. With the launch of the new Pierre de Lumiere collection from Chanel, it would be easy to talk about every single thing that I purchased. And I will mention that I got the eyeshadow palette, the Crystal de Printemps, and then the Pierre de Rose Pink Cream eyeshadow, which is really pretty. But I would say the 2 stars, besides the lipstick of course, but the 2 main face products that I really love are the Opal highlighter and the Tweed Beige blush. This is such a stunning neutral blush. It's very beautiful, and the Opal highlighter is very different from any of the other shades of the highlighting or illuminating powder that Chanel had already come out with. So this is very pretty. It looks very white, pearly, pale in the pan, but on the skin it has that gorgeous kind of pink iridescent glow to it, which is really beautiful. And I was initially sort of nervous that these two would not go as well together on the face, but I've discovered that they actually pair very beautifully together with a neutral eye. So if I had to choose 2 products from the entire collection, I would say the Tweed blush, because the Tweed blushes are always sort of a beautiful, great keepsake, great for any collectors if you want that one special item. But then the Opal highlighting powder is such a gorgeous color. I bet it looks beautiful on everybody. I have 2 nail products to talk about. The first is Polaris. This is the nail polish that launched with the Polar Ice collection from Chantecaille, one of 3. This is my personal favorite. You've seen it in a lot of videos. I have it on my nails today, but it looks really beautiful painted over this one, which is Cake by the Ocean from Deborah Lippmann. I've received a couple questions about my nail polish recently. This is always the pale pink that I have. There are a few shades that I always sort of go between with Deborah Lippmann, and this is the one that I wear most often, and it's Cake by the Ocean, and it looks beautiful with the Polaris topped on top. There's also a pink version of this called Nova, which I've tried and it looks very beautiful as well, so I think you could do either one. This just creates a nice iridescent top coat if you don't like shimmer or you don't like sparkle. This color is just a beautiful neutral light pink. It's perfect for the office. It's just a very gorgeous everyday, no muss, no fuss shade. So that's why this is my go-to. Along with the Polaris nail polish, I could not do a February favorites without mentioning the Chantecaille eyeshadow palette. I said it before, I think this could easily be one of the most beautiful eyeshadow palettes that we see this year. It is so stunning. Of course, you have the crystal embellishment on top. And then the colors are beautiful. You have so much range in tone. You have the more earthy tones, more everyday. You have pops of purple and blue. Everything is very iridescent and shimmery and not chunky sparkle, but definitely intense shine. So if that's something that you don't really like, this palette may not be for you. But in terms of just being something that has a wow factor, this eyeshadow palette I think is just so stunning. I really love these colors. This color story is absolutely trending for spring, and I know with the Dior Candy Coated collection and the recent launch from Chanel, we've seen a lot of brands do these pastel, more ethereal, whimsical color stories, but there is truly something that sets this Chantecaille palette apart. It's so unique, so beautiful. One of my favorites, I think, just of all time, to be quite honest. I know that's very dramatic, but there is just not many bad things to say about this palette, except that perhaps it just doesn't have any matte shadows. But the entire Polar Ice collection was so beautiful, and especially, I mean, the eyeshadow is to die for. Now moving on, Quick mention, the YSL Stick Foundation. This is now my second one of these. I did not expect to love it as much as I do. This is really great for touch-ups and something that I've just been using a lot lately. I use it a lot whenever I'm filming, especially like I recently did a lip swatch video or anything like that where I need a little quick touch-up. This is great, but in terms of anybody out there who may be looking for a great touch-up on the go foundation situation, the YSL stick is really nice. And then last but not least, I have a few products from Clinique, which I rarely ever talk about on my channel, but I am just so in love with these products. So it started with a sample, as these stories usually do. This is the Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I tried this in store, and I don't know why I got this, but I've almost ran out of it. I fell in love with it. It just melts your makeup off, and then they had a sort of value set where you got a full-size Take the Day Off balm and a set of these Take the Day Off micellar cleansing towelettes for face and eyes. So these two products have just changed my world in terms of makeup removal. I love to use these before the gym because of course you have to remove your makeup before you work out. That is the one thing that I have learned in my years, is to remove your makeup. I always have a breakout if I think, oh, you know, I'm just gonna go to the gym quickly. I'm not gonna worry about washing my face because then I'll lose my momentum and I won't go. I'll have a breakout. So I always remove my makeup before I do anything outside, whether we're taking the bikes out, anything outdoors. These are awesome because they're really fast and easy, so it doesn't become too much of like a fuss to remove your makeup. And then at the end of the day, especially if I have a full face, this is such a luxurious way to just cleanse the makeup before I go in with the rest of my skincare routine. And it takes off just about everything, and it's very gentle, so it never feels like it's stripping my skin of the natural oils. It's just removing the makeup and that's it. So these are just really great products for makeup removal. And that completes today's February favorites video. I feel like I ran through that relatively quickly, and there probably weren't too many surprises. A lot of these products I just always rave about. But overall, I would say February was a great month for product launches. I'm very excited for what's to come in March and April and May. I know there are so many great things on the horizon. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me any of your comments or your questions down below. I love hearing your recommendations. I have a huge wish list of things that you guys have recommended to me. So we will keep the conversation going below in the comments. Of course, I will be linking all of these products as well as everything that I have today on my face down in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe.